Okay, cool. We'll just give it 1 minute for everyone to come through and sort their windows out, and then we will make a start this morning. Super, we can see everyone coming in. That's great. We've got comments coming in already. Morning from sunny Suffolk. Fantastic. Thank you, Martin. It's sunny here as well. Okay, I think we've got everybody in. The numbers are going up, but we will make a start. Okay, hello and welcome to the CAS Virtual Showcase 2020. My name's John Chippendall and I'm the CAS Outreach Manager for the Northwest. So I'm speaking to you from a sunny Salford this morning. That doesn't happen often. And I have with me here this morning Beverly Clarke, who will be delivering the showcase opening and welcome session this morning. And I'll introduce Beverly shortly. But just before I do, a couple of things to say. This morning's welcome talk kicks off an incredible 2-week programme of events which make up the CAS Virtual Showcase 2020. Hashtag CAS Virtual 20. Please start your tweeting now. There are a fantastic broad range of valuable, engaging and informative talks on everything from computing in EYFS to Key Stage 5 and everything in between. I am booked on loads and I hope you are too. And please do keep spreading the word about the CAS Virtual Showcase with teachers that you know and educational networks that we are part of, so we can get as many people as possible to join us and engage with these valuable CPD opportunities. So in terms of housekeeping, during the session, please use the question window on the right-hand side of your screen to ask questions. I'm going to be making a note of these, and then Beverly will keep the conversation going across the various CAS platforms, the forum, Facebook groups, etc., to respond to the questions that have been raised. All attendees are in listen-only mode, and you'll see an orange rectangle at the top of the GoToWebinar control panel where you can open and close the menus to access the features within GoToWebinar. So please let me introduce Beverly. Beverly Clarke is the Computing at School National Community Manager, responsible for the CAS Community of Practice programme as part of the National Centre for Computing Education. She is an author, educational consultant, CAS board member and BET advisory board member. Previously, she was the Director of Computing and a secondary school teacher and the CAS Southwest Outreach Support, delivering CPD and supporting teachers across the Southwest. And I know she's very excited to be delivering this opening welcome to the CAS Virtual Showcase 2020. So I'm going to hand over to you, Beverly, and I'm going to make you the presenter. So you will be able to share your screen now with everyone.
Thank you, John. I'm just sharing my screen.
Super, that's great. Yep, we can see that.
Okay, so make it full screen. So hopefully it's full screen.
At the moment, I can see PowerPoint. It's not on display mode. I can see the actual PowerPoint that you're working with.
Okay, let's just go back. Are you able to see it now?
So I think there might be a little bit of a delay there. No, I can see the actual inside working in PowerPoint. It did briefly go to what looked like a presentation mode before, but it was the one for presenters where you could see a couple of different slides. So it might be that we can just present from as you've got it now and just make the slides bigger within working within PowerPoint.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you so much, John. Good morning and welcome to the first ever CAS Virtual Showcase. I'm delighted to be welcoming you to this showcase. The showcase replaces our round of summer term conferences and is part of the Computing at School response to the COVID-19 crisis. I'm speaking to you from my home in the sunny Southwest, and I hope all is well with you at the moment and that the pandemic has not adversely affected you or your families. I would like to say thank you to all of the teachers delivering computing lessons and supporting other colleagues through emergency remote working and the challenges that are presented in the online world. A very special thank you to all of the CAS community leaders who have hosted community meetings through this new normal, and to my team and the in-house team who have worked behind the scenes to keep CAS going through these times and to ensure we continue to deliver. So, how has CAS responded to an emergency remote working situation? First of all, community leaders have been supported in moving community meetings online, allowing greater interaction and support amongst our community. Geography to attendance at a community meeting was no longer a barrier, and we have seen greater networking amongst the community. Previously, meetings took place after school. Instead, they are now taking place across the day. This has led to greater numbers attending CAS events. Listening to the needs of the community, we then launched the CAS Inspire program in May, which features the following: a series of online events to support CAS community leaders with remote delivery, CPD sessions for teachers on remote delivery, remote teaching, and also a remote teaching page on the CAS website. A home learning page for parents to support in delivering computing lessons at home. A careers inspiration piece on the home learning page to inspire young people towards careers in tech. And we have also provided this showcase and plan to keep responding to the needs of the community. As educators, we have found ourselves looking at how learning experiences can be redesigned to take advantage of technology. Some of the topics we have delivered have been teaching computing theory using VoIP and collaborative whiteboards, teaching group Python programming, teaching group microbit lessons, creating safe online classrooms, inclusive computing, computing in the early years, teaching primary computing without computers, and many more. We have also collaborated with industry partners such as Microsoft to deliver some CPD. Other ways in which the community has recently been supported is through the CAS in the Box resources, which have been designed to support community leaders in running community meetings. The Ofsted deep dives into the curriculum sessions have been very successful and very well attended, and they also feature in this showcase. We have also launched the CAS primary and secondary Facebook pages and have re-established our presence on LinkedIn, alongside our already well-developed Twitter following and the offerings of CAS Chat, which is our Tuesday night Twitter session. The CAS newsletter has been revamped and we have seen increased readership. This isn't out with the old and in with the new, but rather an enhancement and investment in our community to nurture and grow and future-proof the community. Week on week, we are seeing a steady stream of new membership applications. In the community, we have seen teachers respond quickly and move to a digital mode of delivery. Overnight, we have faced the challenges of the many different types of conferencing software, Zoom, Teams, GoToWebinar, Google Classroom, and many more. We have had to consider the pros and cons of each, balancing with organizational needs and safeguarding of pupils and of ourselves. All are different in the experiences they offer, as we try to find the best tools to deliver a high-quality learning experience. Other ways in which computing teachers in schools have been responding have been through supporting their local communities in the making of PPE equipment. Where highlighted to us, we have nominated community leaders, schools and teachers to be recognised as part of the BCS Vital Workers campaign, which is all about highlighting, recognising and celebrating the incredible contribution that IT professionals are making during these unprecedented times. Additionally, BCS and CAS continue to deliver a service to the National Centre for Computing Education, the NCCE, through interaction with the NCCE computing hubs and delivery of the certification journey for teachers gaining primary and secondary NCCE certification. What does the future possibly hold for us in teaching as a result of the crisis? The truth is, we don't know. However, it is likely we will be operating on a hybrid model of teaching, flipping between traditional teaching and the new normal. Never had we imagined that we would be launched into emergency remote teaching, where we will be managing and indeed have been managing without relaxing of quality. We still need to deliver a world-class leading education to our pupils. In every situation, there is opportunity. The pandemic has allowed for a variety of enriching discussion with pupils. For example, with the declining high street, it has allowed for conversations on how technology could be used to bring the high street back to life, such as through using tech like Hello Lamppost, which is AI-driven and lets us interact with street objects. Other interesting conversations in light of the pandemic are around how we as citizens can leverage tech to work for society. This pandemic has seen technology come to the rescue in many aspects of our lives. It is truly a moment for creativity and ingenuity, especially as we move to a future where jobs that exist today will disappear in the very near future. We need to provide opportunity for our young people to think about the future and reimagine the current. In this showcase, we have two keynotes which address these areas. Later today, we have Dr. Lucy Rogers exploring creativity for non-creatives. Lucy is a science author, inventor, and judge on BBC's Robot Wars. We also have a keynote later in the week from Simon Peyton-Jones around how does artificial intelligence really work? And lots of other great themes. I encourage you to look at everything across the showcase. I have observed interesting discussions across our platforms, such as how do we adapt to socially distanced computing classrooms? And how do we ensure computing classrooms are safe when our students are touching keyboards and mice? As a practical subject, we have extra adjustments to make. Additional observations are adapting to open days in lockdown. What is a virtual open day for a primary school or for attending Year 7 on induction? How do we capture lessons? How do we assess? How much data is being stored? And what is the cost of all of this? These are new challenges that have been presented to schools, and the solutions are still being worked upon. Through shared experiences, I have observed the community helping each other, and this is heartwarming. Another observation is in the national news. It's a number of applications to be a teacher have increased due to parental involvement in homeschooling. Maybe, finally, we may stop being a shortfall subject. Of course, only time will tell, but this may be a positive yet to come. Looking to the future, we will rise to the challenges of what the autumn term brings. It is also worth noting that part of our future plans include a new CAS website, offering increased functionality to better serve the needs of our community, and developing further CAS in a Box resources to support our community leaders. Watch this space. As part of the future, I have a call to action. Are you a teacher in a priority area? Would you be interested in hosting CAS communities in a priority area? If so, please do get in touch, as it is important that colleagues across the country are supported in being able to deliver our subject and enrich the lives of pupils. Another challenge of the autumn term will be around transitioning pupils into a new way of working and back into the classroom. This brings a few interesting items to light. How are schools to prepare? What will curriculum recovery look like? How will daily routines be adjusted? What curriculum adjustments are crucial? What pedagogical frameworks will facilitate teaching with compassion? I recently read this article that's on the screen, a really insightful piece around the recovery curriculum entitled A Recovery Curriculum, Loss and Life for Our Children and Schools Post-Pandemic. I encourage you all to read it. As I come to the end, I will share my personal thoughts and hopes that I feel the crisis has highlighted the digital divide, and it may prove to be this crisis which will move society towards closing the digital divide. It may be this crisis which leads to greater equity in education, something which I'm truly passionate about. This crisis may be what moves us to providing a world-class education for all of our pupils. I would like to thank you for listening, thank all the presenters who are delivering over the fortnight, and thank you for being a strong and vibrant community. Together, we have demonstrated a growth mindset in the adaptations to emergency remote working, and it is my pleasure, along with my team, to be here to support you. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Beverly. And straight away, can I echo your thanks to all those presenting over the next couple of weeks, many of which are our community leaders, which are the backbone of CAS's wonderful, I think the words you used were vibrant, strong and vibrant and active community. So thank you. And listening to you talk there, it's lovely to take a moment to reflect on the positives which have come from this period of crisis, from the increased number of teachers attending CAS communities, the creation of new resources like the CAS Inspire resources, the sort of collective mass national upskilling that's happened as we've all built our confidence in using online delivery methods, and the increase in applications, people wanting to become teachers. These are all positive stories which I will enjoy taking away from your welcome this talk this morning. And of course, a very important point that you made there about this amplification of the digital divide for pupils during this time. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of discussion and hopefully action on this topic to follow. So thank you very much. So those are my sort of personal highlights, takeaways from your talk this morning. I do encourage others to share theirs via social media. Remember, as I said before, the hashtag is CAS Virtual 20. So just for me to say that at the end of this webinar, there will be a short survey which will appear on screen, and we would be grateful if you could take a minute to complete that. There will be a recording of this available at a point in the near future on the CAS website, and I really hope to see lots of you in the other sessions over the coming weeks, and please do, coming 2 weeks, and please do continue to spread the word about the first ever CAS Virtual Showcase. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Beverly. Beverly, you okay just to stop this?
Yes, I am, yes.
Thank you.